Morning guys, this is Rick. I hope you're having a great day. Okay, today we're back in the van doing the bed. So I had a really sort of bit of a brainstorm session last night on how I can do this whole loo and fridge thing, and I just wasn't sitting comfortably with the ideas I had in my head about sort of how to do everything. Anyway, woke up this morning and this idea popped into my head, and I cannot believe I didn't think of it before. I'll just show you. That cupboard that I made before, the loo fits in there beautifully. It's perfect. It's absolutely like it was designed for it. So I've suddenly solved a problem of where to store the loo. So that's tucked away out of harm's way there, and it means I can just have the fridge here on its own, and it basically frees up a lot of my garage space again, because one of the problems I was going to have with having the fridge and the loo under the bed was I was going to like sacrifice quite a lot of the garage space, which is what I wanted. You know, I actually wanted a big space under here on which I could put my bike and any other sort of bulky things. But by having the loo there and the fridge there, it sort of halved the amount of available space. I've just got the fridge out from the house, and I've just tried it in there, and it fits just in this nice little footprint here. So I'm going to make a little platform for it to sit on, and then it can sit there, and then obviously I can clad off the front of this in the same style as that, and then there'll be an area underneath it which could be an extension of the garage, or I could turn it into some sort of cubby hole. I'm still pondering the ideas, but I think putting that there has solved lots of issues, so it's all good. Now, I did notice some of the comments in the previous videos where I was talking about storing the loo near the fridge, and people were like really put off by that idea. Actually, when you're camping, there are certain rules that sort of go out of the window a little bit, and if you've got like a small van with a standard off-the-shelf camper kit, it usually comes with a rock and roll bed and a kitchen unit down the side, and most often there is a little cupboard in that kitchen unit for storage of these little loos. So it is quite a standard thing within camping, and to be honest, these little portaloos are really, really good. They're such an ingenious idea. They're so compact and they're very hygienic. Then there's nothing dramatic about them, and a little spritz over with antibacterial cleaner. They're all wipe clean. They're a really clean, good way of dealing with that side of camping. So yeah, I have absolutely no reservations whatsoever about sticking that in there. Now, I could put a door on, although to be honest, a door would kind of be awkward when I'm getting the thing in and out, because they're quite heavy, because they've got a water reservoir in them, so it makes them heavy. So if I had a door, it would have to open at 90 degrees and then I could bring it out, but it would be awkward. So what I'm thinking is just a simple curtain, because it will save weight. And like I say, if I get a little bar going across, although to be honest, I've got the bar on the floor anyway, I could just put a little bungee across. Actually, that'll be fine. Just a short little bungee going across, and a little curtain. Job's a good one, and there's no extra weight. So I think I'm going to run with that. But if you think of anything otherwise, give us a shout. So today I'm going to get on with building I've actually taken down those two bars that were there earlier. I've just taken those down because I'm going to readjust the height of them in order to build a shelf to accommodate the fridge. That's what I'm going to be getting on with next. So basically I'm going to put the fridge probably in the middle. I don't need to sort of set it off to one side, although thinking about it, if I do put the fridge off to one side, there will be a space here which I could actually box off and have a nice big cubby hole. I was thinking I could have like an extension underneath the fridge in the garage, but there will be a leg right in the middle of it, sort of to support the platform. Or will there? Actually, if I've got a bar going across, I wouldn't actually need a leg, in which case that means I can slide things under the fridge. Oh, I love this brainstorming, sort of brainstorming on the fly, because the ideas come to you as I vocalize them. More pictures are appearing in my head now of a bar going across there, and that bar will support the the platform for the fridge. Right, I'm going to get on with this and I'll let you know what I come up with. Right then, made some good progress. I've basically built this framework here ready for the fridge to go in here. And what I've decided I'm going to do is I'll have the fridge here, I'll box it off, and I'll have almost like a triangle shaped cubby hole. So there'll be a fascia here similar to these, but there'll be a cutout in it with a drop down just like this one here. So it'll be like a deep cubby hole. This cubby hole sort of goes down to about here, and that'll be really useful for sort of quick grab items, and it utilises the space. And then underneath I'm going to allow this area here to remain part of the garage. So if there's anything that's of any length that I want to put in under the garage, I can do that, because I didn't need that. I was originally thinking there might be a leg here to support this, but I've managed to omit the need for a leg just by supporting it all on the framework here. So as you can see, I've broken out the cardboard. I made a cardboard template, and then I've transferred it over to 5mm ply, and then there we go, perfect. So obviously I need to screw this down, but then the fridge can sit on top of that, and then I've just got to make a few little amendments so that I can board this off, so it becomes a cool little cubby hole. It's getting messier and messier in here, but it's all good. I've done a test fit of the fridge and it fits really well, and I've cut out the plywood fittings, and I put the self-adhesive veneer onto all the surfaces, so it's just a case of assembling it. Okay, there we go, they're all in place now, and all I've got to do is fit the fridge and then find a way of securing it. That's the fridge in place, and it's all looking good. Plenty of space around it for the air. What I am going to do is put a little cover over the top of it, obviously, because the next thing to go on this bed is the slats, and what I don't want is any bedding or anything sort of getting into this area here. So I shall board that off with a piece of, probably just a piece of plywood. But I've also put this little brace across just to hold it into place, and now it's in place, I've suddenly realised I needed to swap the door over. It's opening the wrong way, but I think I can probably do that, possibly in situ. I'll have a go. I'll see if I can swap the door out to the other way, because it's just been so much easier to load. I can perch on the seat there and then just open it up and load it up. So yeah, I'll do that, and then I think we can seriously think about getting some cladding, you know, some actual outer surfaces on everything. I'm hoping I'll get all that done by today. It's about 12:30 at the moment, so I'm making good progress. So hopefully we can get at least sort of the front and the side covered, possibly this side as well, and then I've got to make some decisions regarding this side piece here, but I shall do that shortly. Right then, so I've done the cover for the fridge mechanisms, and it just needs to go on there. I'll screw that down a bit later on, but what I need to do before I finally screw the fridge into place is actually need to take a template from the front here, so that I've got a template to work from, and as soon as I've got that, I can then sort of make everything a little bit more permanent. So I've got a nice big sheet of cardboard, and I'm quite literally going to put it up against here and draw around it, and that will give me something to work from. I've also got to figure out overlap and how that's going to work. Okay, I've just discovered an extraordinary coincidence, which I did not plan in any way. The measurement across here, or the size of the board that I need, is 600mm, and that is the exact size of the boards that I have in stock. They're 600mm wide, so this could be quite interesting. I may actually have a proper laminated finish down one end. We'll see, but yeah, so I may not need to do any cutting apart from on the length. Okay, I've just assembled this together, which is a piece of furniture board and an edging strip, just to see what's what. I've decided I'm going to have a lip here. That'll stop the mattress falling off. That'll retain the mattress. When I get in and out of bed, it'll be through the side, not here. Quite how I will continue this along, I don't know yet. I might sort of go along and then sort of slope it down at some point, or possibly even slope it down here. But actually, that's pretty square. I'm quite impressed with that. Part of me was expecting this to be sort of almost slightly triangle shaped and me having to shave off certain bit. So here we go. I've just got another offcut. Yeah, just looking at how to do these corners, I'm just wondering if I should just leave the corners alone. That actually looks quite neat as it is, even though there is a bit of a witness there. I'm actually thinking that might be better than anything that I can come up with. Because if I start, you know, I've got the saw to do it. I can start cutting things at angles, but I don't know. I'm just not confident that anything that I produce here is going to look neat. Although, of course, this is going to be covered in the Fablon stuff, so there will be a white line here. Tricky. Although I could take the Fablon around the corner. That would still work. That's still possible. Yeah, you know what? I just think because I'm not very good at this, I think it would probably be better. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave this as a clean edge, and I don't think that will be bad in any way. I think that'll be just fine as it is. Okay, I'm going to run with that. There we go. That is the front face done, and it's not attached yet, but it's all good. It's all trimmed off, ready to go, and I'm really pleased with it. It's turned out beautifully. And I'll just double check I can open the fridge door, which I did turn the other way, which was reasonably easy to do. There we go. Yeah, all looks good, and I even got some of the laminate on the inside of the cupboard as well, just so it looks quite good. But yeah, well chuffed with that. Now I can't really install this until I get the other piece of wood here, and I will probably just get that done tonight. It should just be a standard rectangle, but apart from that, I'm actually running out of light. I've only got probably another half hour to go, and then that's it. So I need to get cracking and get on with this, and I'll come back to you at the end. Right then, there we go. That's the other bit done, the side bit. So that will sit down there, although it's hard to do it with one hand, and then that will slot into there like that. And I think that's pretty much all I can do tonight. I'm not going to fasten this just yet. I will wait until I've got this piece in here, which I'll do tomorrow. So I'll just push these together, have a little test fit, and we'll see what they look like, but I think that'll pretty much be it for tonight. So let me do that and I'll come back to you. Very pleased with that, and absolutely thrilled how that has come out. So I'm really pleased, and hopefully, like I say, this little raised bit here should help to keep the mattress in place and stop it sliding off and everything. So I think it's all good. Right, so I think we're going to call that a night. It's starting to get dark now. I'm going to leave all this bedlam in this van tonight because I'm going to just carry on where I left off tomorrow. I'm not going anywhere, so I will do that and sign off for this video. So that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in part 3, which hopefully I'll be very close to finishing if I don't actually finish, and that will be hopefully tomorrow. Until then, take care.